Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started building our footer. Essentially, we're borrowing the footer, the code, from somewhere else, bootsnipp again, just like we did the header. Why reinvent the wheel? This is a nice looking footer that'll contrast nicely with our blue and white schema that we have going on. And again, we don't want to spend too much time building. What we want to do is put our time into manipulating and learning how to use APIs and do different things. And in the meantime, we also learn how to go ahead and grab other people's code. So in this one, we only have HTML and CSS, which is awesome. And if you look, we have our footer code that is essentially right there where we want it as a footer. And then we have a little bit additional code that we can grab as well to do our copyright at the very bottom of the page and differentiate things. So while we're in here, I'm going to go ahead and grab it. A link to this will be in the exercise, and you can see the address up here as well. So let's go over to Dreamweaver. Open up Dreamweaver and we can see right where we left off, and we can double check and look and see that we're on our branch 100-1, which is our footer feature branch. And so we're going to go ahead and open up our index.html file, and we're going to get started. We'll just go on down here to our footer that we already have, our pre-canned footer, and we're going to select that. And we're going to paste in what we grabbed from the other site, from Bootsnipp. And we can see that all of our code went in, and we'll go ahead and move that down. We're just showing that we're closing the footer there, and apply some source formatting to clean it up. And at this time, we know we're not doing any work in the header, so let's go ahead and close that up. And we know we're not doing any work in the main, so let's close that up. And until we get to the head, we'll go ahead and close that up. That way we're just looking at what we're working on right now. The cool thing is there's only CSS in this, and so what we want to do is we want to put that CSS external, and so we'll go ahead over here under our CSS folder, and we'll create a new file, and we'll call that footer.css. And you can see it turned green. Notice that it's a new file. And for right now, we'll open it up and we'll go grab our CSS out of the Bootstrap as well. I'll make sure that I get these links put in there for you. If you notice, I avoided the font awesome. The reason I avoided font awesome is because this link seems to be dead, and we're going to use our own, and we'll see. We already have Bootstrap in, and we believe that jQuery is actually running because of Bootstrap, or we believe that Bootstrap 4 is pulling that in. So I think we're going to find out, but until we have to, we're not going to pull it in, and later we'll do a test to see exactly what's going on with that, but not in this video. Let's go grab our CSS. The CSS is not very elaborate. There's a little bit in there, but not a ton. And so we'll click inside this box and do a Control-A and a Control-C to select all, and to copy it. And we'll go back over to our footer CSS, and we'll paste that in there. Go ahead and format it. The other thing that we want to do is we want to go out and take the link, and in the bottom of our CSS file, let's go ahead and comment, put the link in, we'll go grab the title in, and then close off our comment. Let's go grab the title of the footer that we're using, which is footer 2. That's pretty creative. Put that in there in the comment. That way we have that information. We'll hit save, format again. Always like to apply formatting. At this point, looks good. Everything looks great. We'll close that up. And if we go take a peek, if we save our index.html, you saw all the colorful things light up there. Let's go take a peek at our local host. And before we refresh, we see we don't have a footer down there. And when we refresh, we have an unformatted footer. So at this point, what we want to do is go link that style sheet. Basically, the way that we can link the style sheet in there is, of course, just by putting a link, and we're going to, of course, I'm just going to copy and paste. For the sake of being faster, I'm going to open up my head. And what I want to do is I want to come in here and I want this style sheet somewhere below the other style sheets because of overriding different information. And I definitely want to put it under my header resize, because I don't want to overwrite any of those styles that might be in there, making that header as magical as it is. And let's go ahead and apply source formatting. Let's go up here. We'll see we have our commented our code, tied ourselves to our footer CSS. We'll hit save, and let's go out and take a look. Not sure what to expect because we don't have awsome, and we don't have the beautiful. Everything is laid out, working well, looks good. We'll clean that up at some point. We have all rights reserved. Let's go and let's take a look at one more thing, which is that awsome style sheet. What we want is we want to go out and find the awsome CDN, and so we can actually go out like that, and we can look for it, a quick glance, see if we find anything like that, and if we don't, we can just say CDN. And when we do our CDN, what we can see is, honestly, awsome, I believe, is brought in by Bootstrap. We're going to go ahead and we're going to copy the awsome 470, and we're going to put that in there, and it's CSS, so we're going to go ahead and put it up here in the top. We'll put it before. We know what awsome is. We have the integrity check. We'll hit save. We'll go out, and something really big we want to do, we haven't been doing, that's not good, is make sure that we open up our console, and we can see right there Bootstrap requires jQuery. And so in here we're using awsome and Bootstrap, but we definitely need to go get jQuery. So we're going to go out and we're going to find our jQuery. And we'll go ahead and grab it from here. And we have core, and then we have jQuery min, and this is the one that we're going to take, and we're going to take with the SRI, with the security, right, with the integrity check. And we want the full, we don't want the slim. The slim will not include Ajax, which we will be dependent on at some point. So we'll come back in here. We'll go down to the bottom of our page, and right above Bootstrap, we're going to include jQuery. We would have caught that earlier if we were being good coders and had our console open. We would have known that right away. But, right, live and learn. We're going to empty cache, do a hard reload. And we're missing tooltips, so this is a good thing. We're doing a little bit of troubleshooting, a little bit of this we're okay with. What we're not okay with is missing the tooltips. So we're going to go ahead and go out the Bootstrap website. Actually, it's get bootstrap.com. And we're going to go to the download. And I know there's a section in here for the tooltip, and it's popper and tooltip. This is what allows us to do, honestly, it's what's allowing for this to happen inside our site, this little pop-up, little tooltip that's being generated by popper and tooltip. And so what we want to do is read a little bit, skip and download, CDN, delivery cached, blah, blah, blah. And this is saying that this will bring in our bootstrap min CSS, which we already have. Yeah, wrong place, down here. Using compiled JavaScript. Don't forget CDN version of jQuery and popper. That's us. We'll copy that, and we will come out, and we'll actually discuss this a little more in class. So we'll paste our jQuery in and our popper, or tooltip, I mean, in our popper. Go ahead and format, apply source formatting. Look good there. Let's go check and see how we're doing out here. If I clear the cache, and not quite sure why we're getting the tether tooltips, because we just put that in. So we probably popper. We got two versions of jQuery. Somehow we picked up jQuery Slim. Let's get rid of that. All part of coding. We have our popper, that. So let's go check our tooltips. And I would think at this time we got to figure it out. Not quite sure what's happening with. There's the popper. There's that. So what we can do is we can say bootstrap tooltips required tether. So let's go and take a look in Google. How to fix the error. Looks like we're not the only ones who've had this problem. So let's go and look in. Stack Overflow is always good. And let's take a look here. Here's tether. Doesn't work. That's saying that that'll work. Let's go ahead. Let's give this a shot. I'll be sure to include these links in our. Let's go take a look. First of all, that's what I'm grabbing. It says it has to be before Bootstrap. JS. Says jQuery. There's the Bootstrap. Let's go down the line. Let's paste that in. Let's save it. And let's take a look. Empty cache. And there we go. We are set to go. I will be sure to come in and include these links to the files that we need. I'll actually just include the tags for you in the assignment so that they're there and available. let's go ahead and let's clean this up a little bit, and let's clean up the copyright as well. We'll go out in the Dreamweaver. First thing we want to do is, this is at column 6, which is why it's cutting off halfway across the page. If we turn this to 12, that's Bootstrap, by the way, and it's saying basically only go half of the page. And it looks like I might be missing. Tag must be paired. So on line 40, it's telling me on line 40 that I have a. So let's start troubleshooting that. We'll work backwards. We'll close that. We'll close our header. We'll close our class container. We'll close that. We see sections are open and closed. We see content. We see div. Div looks fine. I have a feeling it's going to be our wrapper, but we're going to go ahead and just keep working our way down through. That closes there. That closes there. That's good. That closes there. That's good. That closes there. That's good. That closes there. Let's make sure these close right. That closes there. That closes there. That closes there. You can see I'm just highlighting and looking. Our row is good. Our container is good. Our footer is good. So let's close that off. Our copyright. Let's check our list. Let's check our container. Let's check that. Let's check that. That checks out. What doesn't check out is our wrapper. So we'll close that off. We'll apply source formatting again. We'll expand all. One more time on source formatting. Let's save and see if that error goes away. Keeps telling me I have an error. I don't see it though. Oh, it doesn't like that I have doctype below the comments. So let's move our doctype up to the top there, just to eliminate problems. Doesn't matter how good of a coder you are or how long you've done it, you're always going to end up with issues. And there we go. Looks like we're good to go again. Let's go check our work. Refresh cache. And at this point, we're completely clean. We have our copyright showing up right. Make sure our header's working. Our header's working great. Our footer looks great. Now let's go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and clean up some content. We're still in the 101. Let's go ahead and let's do a quick save and commit, just since we have all this work done. So let's do a git status. We don't want to lose this work that we've done. I'm going to do a git add git commit -m created footer included footer.css. We'd also put in there that we added the files that we added and things like that. But for now, we're good. Did I forget an add? Nope, we're good. Oh, I did do my add. I just didn't see it up there. So at this point, let's go ahead in and sometimes it's nice to work in the view of design because it lets us get to the content that we want to get to and make the changes that we want. We can leave that awsome in there. We do want to change this. Let's change it to Rack's address. Dreamweaver's being a little silly. Reading, PA 19606. We'll go ahead and put a phone number in, and we'll say +0 for the United States, and we'll say 610, and we'll put 555-3985. We'll leave that out there, and then we'll put me at mysite.com. We'll just put that out like that because we're publishing this work and we don't want it out there for people to be able to access. We can leave those links there for now, and we can even leave the Facebook stuff there for now. Let's change this to 2018, and let's change this to these are links, so why don't we go in and actually correct them in code editor. And let's just put that at my site. We'll hit save. Go out and check our work. Empty and reload. We're going to get that every once in a while, that classy error. And you'll see it'll come and go. It's all basically because it's looking for it and it doesn't see it because it loads afterwards. Now we want to go ahead and change that all rights reserved. And let's just go ahead and let's make that say all rights. And we'll just put me for now. All rights reserved with me for now. We'll clear cache, empty cache. Usually get that on the first refresh, and then when you refresh it again, it goes away. Feeling great about it. Good. So we've updated the content, and our footer is created, and we're good to go. So at this point, we'll go ahead and we'll commit our changes. We'll do a git status. And before we commit our changes, we want to do one last thing. Go ahead and close our workout. So we'll do another git status. We see we have a modified index, and our footer CSS was committed with the last commit that we made. So we're going to do a git add. And all we really did was updated content. So at this point, we're ready for a merge. So we'll go ahead and we'll step out at this point. We'll take a git status. We look good. We look great. Well, if we come over to Dreamweaver, it should, there we go. Our files change colors back to normal, and we should be ready to do our merge. So we'll go ahead and we'll hop out of here and we'll do our merge in a separate video. See you then.